Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope... Nope, we're not doing this. Too cliche.
Fourth-year student going called TikTok. Fourth-year student Leah.
Please report the clinic on reception.
What did I do?
Yeah, did you get an email from Dr. Cornell? You have to reschedule those makeups.
What?
There's no way. No, please, you're joking. No, I know how many I've done.
Is it maybe during exam week that
Yeah. Afshin,
Yes.
I got an email from Dr. Cornell saying that you have to make up a session in May. You too, Ryan.
Yes.
I got an email, you're gonna make up session in May. You missed a day just before the boards.
I did?
Yeah.
I don't think we did.
You need to make up a session for, I don't know, you have missed so many sessions.
Because I made up 3 extra ones and I didn't even miss.
No, here. When I go around, I might not have seen you.
If we don't see you, we
Yeah.
mark you as absent. So if you've gone to the lab or something.
No, I asked Marianne, and she said I wasn't even close to 10. I think I have 7 absences. So how many absences do I have?
10, 11.
Wait, are you joking or no?
No, we are
I
not.
can't tell. She's smirking.
But if it has to be done, you have to do it.
No, I'm going to Greece on Saturday.
attendance together? You're going where on Saturday?
Greece.
Nice.
I know. I told you I'm going to Greece.
The thing is, you have to make up this session next week.
Can I talk to him? Because I leave for Europe on Saturday. When can I come?
Next week, that's the
I
only
can't
week.
come next week. My flight's already booked.
Reschedule the date.
I'll email him.
Yeah, okay.
Does it have to be in
In
May?
May, yeah,
It has to be?
yeah.
Can it be done like later in May?
May?
I'm away. Can I do it, okay, Monday?
Oh, 6 we don't have, we have orientation. Ryan, how about you?
What is this for? Sorry?
For the makeup. I think May 23rd is
May 23rd, I honestly won't graduate. Like, I have to go to McGill.
Do you want to come and check with you?
Wait, I have to go through each page?
I can't do it this week. Why not? That makes no sense.
Yeah, but it's May.
Yeah, it's May. You have to let us go out. This is ridiculous. I'm coming back last week of May.
Spirity! You too. You have to make up a session.
You're joking. You're probably joking, Brian.
No joke.
I skipped that many sessions.
Yeah, just before the board.
I don't think so, because I didn't even study for the board.
So see you in May, like 17, okay?
Seriously, right?
Seriously.
Oh, hi. Oh, it's great. It's on the video.
Yeah. Do you have any plans?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I'm in Europe.
So what are you gonna do with the trip if you have to come back?
Well, I don't know. We're going to figure out that I don't have any days that I'm missing.
Or maybe it's just a prank?
Oh my god, I hate you guys! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. My hand was on the send button. I was also so mad.
You gotta look for cameras.
Wow!
This is the second time he's doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the video now then.
That was it? That was the whole thing? You're kidding me! Oh, Sam, I wanna kick you.
That whole thing was a prank.
Are you the provider?
What?
Yeah, it was just a prank.
Oh, you're so good. I don't trust you anymore.
Guys, you have to be joking. Like, this is a joke. This is why there's a camera. I'm gonna kill you guys.
I definitely did not miss any session.
Tell that to the camera right there. Right there, she's filming.
Oh.
Gotta go see Dr. Cornell, because apparently I missed the sessions.
You sure? Why are you being filmed then right now?
I don't know.
Wave to the camera right there.
You're such a good actress. Wow.
Yeah, he's tall.
YouTube van.
Should we look at that one?
Are you sure? Did you check it? Did you double check it? Is that the camera or is that the camera?
Both cameras.
Oh. Moving home, making money. Moving home and making money would be great.
I'll have to spend all weekend, Saturday and Sunday, studying stuck at home.
Probably the sleep.
Not being my own assistant.
Not sitting on my chair.
Not calling the patients, I guess. And then call them a day before, just don't forget, you have to come the next day.
Not having to wait for the x-ray room. True. Yeah, having the x-ray tube in the room. Right there, yeah.
Get-togethers with my classmates when we reunite. That's so sad. Because we're all going to go our separate ways. And then I can't wait to like come back together and see everybody. Yeah.
I think it was a wild ride throughout.
Really getting close with my team and clinic too. Stressing out, and panicking about everything, and then helping out each other.
I would say finishing boards.
Lunch. Lunch is the only time you're like with your friends, you meet up after whatever you're doing, you vent about whatever happened in your morning, and then you're like, okay, I just sat for 5 minutes, now I have to go to emerge.
The OD cups were always good. I think third year when I went to London was probably the most memorable for me. Going back home to Western and beating them, scoring a goal.
Everyone living at Motion and having it like a dorm, so then we just walk upstairs and hang out with each other.
I try to walk into my place every day.
For me, it would be the picnic.
Oh, I remember that.
You remember the
That's
picnic? Is it second year?
You actually get the class to go somewhere that's
Yes.
farther than a 2-kilometer radius from the school. It's too late.
I was cute, you were cute. One day I took out my wisdom teeth. And then 2 days ago when I had a new infection.
How good it felt to like finish my first like endo or finish my first crown probably. It's probably one of like my more rewarding moments, or pull out my first like tooth.
No.
Nope.
I've done something really bad.
I throw out a lot of things I shouldn't throw out, stuff that I haven't used, because I'm too lazy to walk to the bed.
I've never once scrubbed my instruments in clinic 1, and I've never handed in a scrub brush or gloves.
I did an endo with upper concealer.
I made up a shade because I forgot to ask a patient. I couldn't bring the patient back. Turned out fine. A2. If you have doubts, just go with A2.
Have extra stuff in your locker. It's not mine. Like extra knives.
I named my mannequin in Lab 4 Richard because it was bald.
Taking radiographs without the apron so many times in emergency. I'll press the button and it's just looking at me right across the room.
When I did the first radiology session, I didn't put the apron on her for all the interior x-rays. Joe came in and pointed at the apron. I went to my patient and I was like, okay, yeah, for these set of x-rays, we didn't have to use the apron, but for the other set, the yellow rib, we have to use it.
The swipes, I still need to get the swipes before I graduate. This is from a chart audit. I have a long way to go.
All the tests in first and second year.
Swipes, forms, calling your patients, patients not showing up.
Being a secretary. Being like the receptionist and also like the repo man.
The lab work. Especially when you're in senior lab by yourself. Ushers playing in the background, no one to be found, and you mount the cast, it doesn't end up working, so you have to remount. Before you know it, it's 11 o'clock. Your mom's calling you, trying to figure out where you are, and you're still in the lab.
It's probably just the pressure you feel. A lot of that is what we put on ourselves. You feel like you need to do things perfectly, and you don't want to make mistakes, and do your best even though you're just learning and it's really the first time you've done these things. That was probably the hardest. Dr. Stokely gave me good advice. He said, don't aim for perfection, just aim for excellence.
It's this, saying goodbye to everyone.
Yeah, I agree.
After 4 years of memories.
Oral surge. Probably oral surgery, because I felt like I was actually doing something to help people a lot of the time rather than just filling out forms or doing reports or things like that.
Because you don't have to deal with instructors that much. You just go there and just like yank it.
You don't have to show up on time, really.
Clinic 1 was probably my favorite because like you know what you're gonna do, whereas in like emerge and oral surge, ooh, I like oral surge. You get a ball of surprises.
What were your favorites?
I asked the question.
I like asking questions.
I know that.
I really hated BBOHD in first year.
Dental public health. All years.
Biomaterials. I think I cried studying for that exam. That was like the first time I actually ever cried studying for an exam.
Oral path, lumps and bumps, they're all the same.
First year is my least favorite year by far. I'd say biomax. I feel like everyone around me like understood everything and I just like had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I've never felt so stressed for an exam I couldn't eat.
And I know you wanted to for some time now.
Like never. When they maybe had that like time when you like learned how to purge.
Not gonna lie, I purge every single day.
No one does it as thoroughly as you do with the
Full
saran wrap, the
PPs,
goggles,
full
the mask.
PPs.
Radiology, you sit down with the instructor and you debate whether or not writing the letters PA is sufficient instead of writing periapical.
Radiology, yeah, for me radiology. Because especially in fourth year, you should do 2 interpretations in a very limited time.
Peds for sure.
Peds.
Yeah, I have 5 makeup sessions. This one.
Peds.
Peds.
Pedo, oh my god, pedo.
Pedo clinic.
Well, that sounded good.
It has to be pedo. That lady, too bossy.
When Naif showed the demo back in second year, his prep was really rough. She asked him if he has Parkinson's.
An emergency. Tina came into our room and he was like, do you know how to refer the patient? And then he didn't realize the patient had followed him and they're like, do you want to keep the patient? He's like, no, I don't want the patient.
My first year, I was assisting Clinic 1 and she's like, oh, can you please grab me a tampon? So I went to Clinic Dispensary Ladies and like, my student is looking for tampon? Tampon? Is there a tampon here?
Dom catching fire in lab 4.
I think a week after we wrote boards, until the day we actually got our results, I messaged them every morning saying that the results are out. And he would check every time. I made a fake email account with Mina, and it said nbbcanada@gmail.com. And I sent him an email, and he told me he thought he had an MI, like he actually had chest pains.
Probably playing soccer or something.
Photographer. A housewife. I think I'd be a chocolatier.
I think I'd be a fighter pilot.
Probably end up in med school.
I remember walking out of the DAT thinking I did terribly, and the first thing came to mind is like, all right, how do I apply to the Toronto Police so I can be a police officer?
I just wanted to say another goodbye, good luck, and as I said, I will miss you guys. Now that you're gone, I can put away this speech for next year's class.
To the class of 2019, I want to wish all of you nothing but the best. I know you're going to be amazing at whatever it is you choose to do, whether it's associating in a practice, going into a residency, going to specialty training, you're going to be great. So please stay in touch, let us know what you're doing, let us know how you're doing. And so I'm not going to say goodbye, I'm going to say see you later.
Everybody's very hardworking and we'll all be successful in our own way. And some slower and some faster. We'll all find our own destiny one day.
But just try not to be too hard on yourselves. I think we all fall into that a little bit. And that was one of the nice things about being together, because I think a lot of us were so alike. You don't want to put so much weight on your shoulders, I think, when you get out of here, because it'll drive you a little crazy. You have to cut yourself some slack.
So if I had one piece of advice to give to my classmates of the class of 1T9, I would say be good people. Just live your life and be good to people, and as long as you're doing what you feel is right and you're not hurting other people, I feel like that's just how you should live your life, and that's how I try to live mine.
Marshall, during an interview. He was loud, and so we clicked.
I think Naya. I remember.
And he was red.
Yeah.
Nino? Or you? I don't know.
I met Joe first at interviews. It was pretty much like, I think I bombed that. Yeah, me too. Oh well.
I always remember Robin was the first person I met. She was a gunner. She really terrified me.
It was actually Rafa. He told me he doesn't have Facebook or anything, and he wanted to know where the dinner was. He gave me his email and it was wrong. He kept saying, oh, did not go through, did not go through. Yeah, I got it.
There was Mindy, and thanks to Mindy, I attended the CN Tower dinner.
Taya on orientation day, like when we were in the auditorium having our photos taken, didn't know a soul, and I just remember Taya, and she was like, Taya, put her there.
Oh,
and it just stuck in my head to this day.
Day where we got our white coats, we were on stage and then I met Miriam and Tinika. And I thought that was such a wonderful moment because, you know, it's the first conversations that make lasting impressions and we've been good friends after that.
It was Boris. Yeah, he's my first friend right now. Let's go.
It was Min and Patty. We went into the auditorium and then they were sitting there like on those chairs they were set up. And I struck up a conversation with them and the rest is history. They're such good people.
What's your favorite thing about Tiago?
My favorite thing about him is probably his sense of humor. Like, I just think we get along really well. And he's my best friend down school, so.
You remember meeting Ian?
Nope.
Do you remember when you first met Naya?
Oh yeah. Thought he looked like a fetus. He was showing up for basketball and he wears scrubs.
I met Rachel at the DAT. She remembers what skirt I was wearing.
Do you remember when you first met Miriam?
I would say the DAT. She was wearing a black and white
skirt. I don't know, herringbone.
Can you tell me the first time you met each other?
During a week.
We were doing the campus tour. I already went to UofT, so I was Min's tour guide during that.
You know, he's the love of my life. And I really like his dog, Cody, and his giggle.
Do you remember when you first met each other?
Do you remember your first conversation with Blair and Alana? I think we were in line for our photos. They knew each other and they were together. I sat down and Alana looks at me and she's like, we looked you up on Facebook. and then lips closed and that was it.
I found out that Will doesn't eat vegetables and fruit. Like, how is he still alive? I don't know. If you look at the old photos of Will in first year, he looks like a 12-year-old kid. And I thought, I don't know, I just couldn't see myself being friends with a 12-year-old kid. But he ended up being like one of the nicest guys I know.
Mindy, my favorite thing about her is that she's always smiling and laughing. And she befriended a hermit like me. So extra points for that, Myra.
Jackie, my favorite thing about her is her heart. She's the kindest person. She's... Oh, Jackie. Sorry. She has good intentions for everything. She doesn't even bad thought in her body. She knows you need something before you know. But yeah.
My class.
Oh, of course, I'm thankful for my wife and the next steps we have. And I'm thankful for this class. Like, there's not a single person in this class that I don't enjoy talking to.
Now it's getting real and I'm gonna miss everyone.
Every single day that we walk in, it might be the last time we see someone in our class.
Ski trip and Antics and all of those little events that we all go to and just made so many memories during.
Tinika's notes. I'm thankful for the opportunity I had to get my education here. Even though it was very stressful, I think at the bottom line we're all doing what we want to do in the future and I'm grateful for that. Seeing everyone every day. Yeah,
I think it's going to be lonely.
Not seeing like 100 of your friends every single day. And like when you go through like crappy times in your office and then there's no one there to like eat your lunch with and kind of like complain about it.
Bonds and friendships that I have made here, and that's the thing. This is the bittersweet. We get what we always yearned for. We were looking forward to this moment, but at the same time, the friendships that we have made here, that last forever.
Definitely gonna miss hanging out with everyone. Right now, I feel like I get to see them every day, so I think I take that for granted.